everybody is doing wonderful, and I hope everybody have been making the right decisions, decisions that are going to make things better for yourselves, better for others, and maybe be kind of helpful in today's troubling world. Today, the world is troubled. Believe me, the world is troubled uh, for many reasons. The world is confused and so forth. But we all know that. We all know how confused the world is. We all know that people are sort of out of balance. We know that every day, every second, every minute of the day, we are estimating our lives. They say that our lives are planned, you know, like when we go to sleep at night, the next day is being planned. That's why there's no surprise. We don't know that, but there's really no surprise about what is going to happen. But it's all, your mind is made up already when you get up in the morning and do what you got to do. There are instances, you got your moments. Everybody got their moments where they have a mind of their own and they make their own decisions. They are allowed to make their own decisions to determine whether what they have planned to do, whether to do it, or is your decision, or can you make a better decision? I might, okay, for instance, suppose I get up in the morning, I go to work, and maybe get a ticket. Okay, let's say that was planned. We all planned that because we organized and we socialized. So we gonna plan that because that's something that you know that is what our world is made of. Like I say, people makes the world go round. So we making the world go round by having relationships with each other. Okay, I get that ticket. But suppose that previous night, suppose I was allowed to make a decision. So okay, what was planned for me is to get that ticket. But I made a decision to go in another direction. And I didn't get the ticket. You see what I'm saying? It works like that because you gotta respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you're not only respecting others, but you're respecting your decisions. How you contribute to the relationship. Remember, this show is all about how can we create or build a quality relationships with each other. Okay. Let's sometimes a little humor. Remember I tell you sometimes a little humor is good. If you can manage a smile. You ever say good management? Good management starts with managing a smile. How do you manage a smile? Well, you say to yourself, well, that's not very easy. In today's world, I see, I see people, if they crack a smile, I did. I ain't seen nobody crack a smile in about 7 months. I've been smiling, wonder why ain't nobody else smiling. Ain't nobody else smiling because they are serious. I was walking down the street with a friend of mine. We walk down the street, we talk, we discuss and ponder over the things that's happening in today's world. So he says, hey, we ain't got nothing else to do, so let's flip a coin. I said, what do you mean flip a coin? And I might have told you this before, but I'm telling you again. Let's flip a coin. I said, okay. Then he said, heads I win, tails you lose. I'm sure you heard that before. Okay, see? Boom. Flip the coin. Boom. It's heads. I said, okay. I said, well, you said heads I win, tails you lose. No, he said heads I win and tails you lose. I said, well, suppose I had a flip and suppose I had to come up with tails. He said, you lose. I said, well, suppose I flip and it come up heads. He said, I win. Then I said, well, if I lose and you win every time we flip a coin, then how am I going to have anything? He said, never flip a coin, because the coin will go one way and you will go another way. I give up. Which way did that coin go? Which way, heads or tails? I don't know. But folks, that's the way it is. A lot of people ask me, where's Thurman? I said, my time. So I got to tell you about that. See, two personalities. Okay, we're talking about building a relationship between me, myself, and I. Okay, like I said before, and I cannot stress this. It needs to be discussed. It needs to be talked about. This is conversation. We need to have this conversation because I think about things differently. My tie. I'm talking about my tie. See this tie. It's almost a different world. My tie is a different world. It's almost like having $1 million and not having a tie and having $50. You see? So you say, where's Thurman? Oh, he have his own views. People get upset. Things happen, I might not get upset about it. I might say, that's the way things go because I'm wise to the world. I'm wise to how the game is played. Sometimes you can't, if you get too sick, you see what's happening in the world today. You see what's going on. You know why? People are too serious. They are serious to the point of extreme thinking. Because they don't know how to understand each other like they wish to be understood. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to say, my feelings not hurt. How can I be in a relationship, my feelings is hurt, but I say to myself, or I say to others, oh, my feelings are not hurt. Now, am I lying? Am I lying to myself? I might say, and I might be for real, that my feelings are not hurt. But then my other person feelings might be hurt because of certain reasons. You know, I might think, let's say, when we talk about me, myself, and I'm talking about myself, you know, now there's a, you know, I'm doing some legal work now. I'm trying to get me a settlement so I can settle down and have the things I'm supposed to have. You know, it's been 30 years of being corporate, 30 years of corporate magnetism, the corporate signal. I have been attracted to the corporate signal. Now people say, what is corporate? We talk about government, we talk about organizations, we might talk about the church or relationship, but I'm talking about corporate. You know, that's where somebody come up with a good idea and they need money. I might need $1 million. I may need $20 million. So I come up with this good idea. So I attract investors. So those investors, they invest with me. They buy the stock. I use the money, and they get dividends, or what we call declaring capital gain. Declaring capital gain. Do that ring a bell? Corporations, dividends, declaring income, and capital gain. You see, I have plenty of that. I have plenty of that, but where did the coin go? One way and I went another. You know why? Because a corporation, when you have me, myself, and our relationship in a corporation is a creature of the state. Everybody is saying, wow, what's going on here? Is it the boogeyman? UFOs? Telepathy? What is it? It's old as water itself. It's called corporate activity. Corporation is a creature of the state. And if a person, let's say, who is a president of a corporation, the corporation becomes an alter ego and takes over that person's identity. And that corporation becomes the person. And a lot of times, it will act to get rid of the person so it can do its own thing. If it knows what, you know, if it got that much you know, if it got that much moxie, for other words, as the person who created it. Moxie, I shouldn't have used that word moxie. I should have used the word craftsmanship, intelligence. Okay. Maybe I can think better if I have the proper income in order to make clear what I want to say. I have to have that income. Not only coin or money, intelligence. Intelligence, they say, a lot of people say, instinct and intuition. Intuition. That is good income. Plenty of intuition is plenty of income. We are supposed to gain from that. How do we gain? Do we have a device to do it with? Well, maybe you're not supposed to know what the device is, because everybody be trying to get that income, that intuitive income, so that they can express themselves in a superior way. You see? Now, like I said, balance. We are balanced. You know, we are balanced by our emotions. If your emotion tells you that that your feelings or have been disturbed, or your feelings have been elated, what is influencing your feelings? Certainly the people around you, but that intuitive income might also be doing it. And the people are not guilty. They're not guilty of disturbing you. But it's what's in your mind that's doing it. Now, we get back to contributing. Now, most people in a corporation, contributing is a big old word. Contributing. Because the people of the corporation usually contribute to the disturbance in your mind. But ordinarily, if nobody ain't hip to you, then the people consciously are not guilty of disturbing you. Only if they know. It's what they don't know that can't hurt you. You see? You have to make a decision. You have to make the decisions about what you really want. What are you going to serve? Are you going to serve your own biological mind? Or are you going to serve the mentality of others? Nowadays, when I was younger, a long time ago, the mentality of others was warm and nice and wonderful. It was a family thing. People respected each other a lot more. You know, nowadays they don't do that. Nowadays it is different. Even when I was young, even before I was born, the creature of the state was always within the people. always, you know, agriculture, automobiles. The creature of the state was always there. But somehow, people call it by different names. You know, a superior entity or supreme being, and whatever. But in business, when we do business and we share a business relationship with stocks and money, dividends, income, and capital gain, when we do that, when we share that relationship, what we are sharing is a business relationship. Now, nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to lose. People lose because of decisions. If nobody would lose because they don't want to lose, then everybody would win and nobody would lose. But in order to balance these type of things, we estimate by decision making. And we're not going to make the right decisions all the time. Nobody. And it is those moments when you don't make the right decision, others can profit with their own estimates. See, this is called shape, form, and fashion in today's world. Believe me, we don't know why we do what we do a lot of times. We don't know why, but there are reasons we do the things we do. And it might come from deep down within. You might share the same feeling with someone else when you make a decision. Although deep down within, you got two people thinking the same thing, you going one way and Corey going another, but then, somebody gotta make a move. Somebody gotta do it. And usually, sometimes it's the woman, sometimes it's the man. But when you man up, there's going to be a decision made. I've made a decision. My life has changed because of the decision I made. Did I make the right decision? That's what it's all about. Who knows? Nobody really knows if I made the right decision about my life and what I want to do. But I made my decision because my conscience. When your conscience bother you, it's difficult to say you're doing the right thing if your conscience is bothering you about it. You understand what I'm saying? You know what you shouldn't be doing. You know this. But that corporate creature got to get them coins. Got to be you and get them coins. You understand? You don't want to blame it on goodness. You don't want to blame it on the church. You don't want to blame it on nothing but the corporate creature doing business. We don't know. All we know is we create and produce these things that are already there for us. What believes it? Remember I was telling you about, it's not about what you believe in, it's about what believes in you. It's that creature, that public creature that believes in you in order to develop, shape, and form what we call the social public. But it's up to you. I have found that such is obedient, can be very obedient if you got the proper leadership. But it will find your weakness, believe me. Hey, this is Thurman saying, thank you for listening. A lot of people say, oh, you're back. Yeah, I'm back. Like I said, I've been doing a little thing. But I'm back now. And we're going to talk about these quality relationships and seek it. Remember, we're talking about a consensus. We got a consensus. We got a consensus. We talk about balance, capacity, decisions. We want to balance our capacity decisions. We have to be dependable. In order to balance our capacity, we have to be dependable. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do this and don't do that, or which I've been accused of many times. I say, oh, I'm going to, hey, I'll see you then, I'll do that. And then I don't. That's not dependable. If I'm going to have a balanced capacity, I have to make dependable decisions. You know, you can't say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm expecting you, and you don't. I've been accused of that. I've been accused of that many times. Whoa. They say, oh, you're not dependable. You know, a lot of people lose their jobs because they're not dependable. They lose, a lot of men lose their wives because they're not dependable. So, next week, remember, how can we form a quality relationship with me, myself, and I? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the show tonight. Everyone, love you.